Could Jim Harbaugh be bailing on his alma mater, Michigan, for a big-time NFL head coaching job? We've had reports over the last couple weeks that he may be looking to dip to the NFL. Things are starting to really heat up on the rumor mill, and it looks like he might have his single destination picked out. I'm going to break down everything going on with the story, so let's give you my 2 cents on the whole situation. But if you could first, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get these daily update videos, share these videos with your friends. It really helps the channel out a lot. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so the rumor is Jim Harbaugh, the Michigan man himself, would be taking the Las Vegas Raiders job if it was offered to him. Now, there's an inside report from Bruce Feldman of The Athletic. Those of you who don't know, Bruce Feldman, great college football insider, really does his dirty work. Broke the original story that Harbaugh might be tempted to go to the NFL if he were to be offered a job. Now, there were rumors swirling everywhere. Lots of spots. Chicago, Chicago. Vegas was a spot. Miami, possibly. You know, there was requests abound. There was rumors everywhere that he could be taking a new job. But things are really picked up steam over the last 48 hours or so that Vegas is his destination. Now, we know he has a friendship with Mark Davis, the owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. So that just added fuel to the fire. But there's a lot of inside reporting. He's taking that job if he gets it. Now, Harbaugh could be playing this up for a new contract at Michigan, and he seems to know what's going on. He's playing to it. He had a little jokes with the media. He jokingly said, like, you know, this year's rumors are better than last year's rumors. Last year's rumors, he was going to get shit canned and fired. Obviously, didn't have a great year at Michigan, won the Big Ten, got smacked in the college football playoff to the eventual national champion Georgia Bulldogs. But great season, won the Big Ten, beat Ohio State finally. But this is Jim Harbaugh's MO. He has never coached at a place longer than 4 years prior to this stint at Michigan. He's been at Michigan for 7 years, brought some really good stability. His stock is at the highest it'll ever be. I mean, Michigan was kind of a train wreck under Brady Hoke. He's been very, very stable. 4 10-win seasons. He just couldn't beat Ohio State. And Ohio State's a great program, but he finally got over the hump. And I think he knows Michigan has reached about as high as they can get with the NIL deals going in college football. Michigan just cannot compete, cannot recruit at the same level as these major programs, top SEC programs, Ohio State, USC now. Michigan can't keep up to it. But then again, he could be using this to, like I said, leeway a new contract. You know, he took a pay decrease last year to stay at Michigan and not be fired, essentially. Took a dip, but the college football ranks have been throwing out crazy-ass contracts this offseason. $100 million to Michigan State's Mel Tucker, Brian Kelly, LSU, Lincoln Riley, USC, getting fat racks. And you know what? None of them have been, I mean, Mel Tucker ain't done shit at Michigan State yet. Lost to Michigan. Oh, no, wait, they beat Michigan. My bad. Beat Michigan. But they ain't done shit at Michigan State. Did not win that division. Lincoln Riley, I mean, he hasn't won a playoff game either. Not so much, but USC's desperate. Brian Kelly hasn't won a playoff game either. So Harbaugh's got a good argument here. Michigan is a great institution, very proud football program, one of the oldest in the country. I believe they have the most wins all time, Michigan. So one of those programs, they want their guy. This is his alma mater, but to hop in, like I said, the reports are he could be going to Vegas. I think this makes sense for him. Harbaugh wants the challenge. He's a young man still. He's 57, 58 years old. He's got a lot of coaching in front of him. It makes sense. He wants that Super Bowl. His winning percentage in the NFL is fantastic. It's some of the top all time. All he did was win in San Francisco, turned around Alex Smith's career, took Colin Kaepernick to a Super Bowl. You know, Colin Kaepernick, very mediocre to below average quarterback without Harbaugh. Now, he wears out his welcome in places. Sometimes he is a very abrasive personality, but I think he's eased up a little bit. We saw that this year in Michigan. Hired a younger staff, totally changed his game. He seemed to be happier than he's ever been this year. He did what he wanted to do. Now, everyone wants to win a national championship, but to take Michigan to where it was, to where it is currently, is a massive accomplishment for Harbaugh, and he really likes those NFL ranks. He wants to win a Super Bowl. This is from the Raiders insiders that Mark Davis's top choice is Harbaugh. Now, Rich Bisaccia did a great job as interim head coach for the Raiders. They got this team to the playoffs after all the controversy, all the nonsense. managed to get them into the playoffs. Derek Carr and Max Crosby, their two leaders, offense, defense, have come out and said they want Bisaccia to take the job. Now, Bisaccia is a great guy. He never really was a guy that had a kind of an opportunity like this, and it's a great, great story. I don't know if he's a head coach, though. I think he's a great, motivational leader of men. Maybe that's what you need as a head coach, not necessarily an X's and O's guys. The coordinators did a great job in Vegas turning things around. They were great at the end of games. Now, you can say you're not going to win all these games close games like this next year, but it is something to be said that head coaches win close games late, especially tight ones, overtime, fourth quarter. And they did that. So that says a lot about a head coach. Now, he's got a really big uphill battle for what it's worth. I don't think anybody thought he'd be getting this job. They did just fire their GM, Mike Mayock, who was attached to John Gruden. And I think Mayock got a bad rap here. He had some home runs with late picks. Their first-round picks were a disaster. We all know about it. I don't think any of them have been good. Rumor was it was John Gruden hopping in, getting in the way of this. At least that's what the insiders of the Raiders are reporting. So Mayock kind of got a bad gig on this. But new GM, new head coach, Mark Davis tends to go through with the hiring process, needs to hire multiple minority candidates or interview multiple minority candidates, go through the long stretch of this thing. He kind of skipped the road with Gruden. He was besmirched with Gruden. He just hopped in. Now, he's not going to do it this time, so it could be a little while longer, but I really think Jim Harbaugh is ditching Michigan and heading to Las Vegas. Makes sense. Not necessarily a Vegas guy. He's kind of a big star, but not a huge personality. This could be exactly what this Vegas team needs. Someone that's not super flashy, very strict, get some players in control. They've had some issues with the players they've drafted, with the city, with the nightlife, to get under control. This could be a perfect stable man. Now, the problem is he doesn't last too long, but the man wins football games. You're going to draw in Vegas, but you got to keep their attention. The Vegas Knights have done it great in the NHL because they've won. Vegas Raiders need to win. It is a tough, tough division. I don't know if you stick with Carr if you get Harbaugh, but Carr has been as solid as can be, and he's clutch late. He's great in the fourth quarter. That's what you want in a quarterback. That'll win you a ton of football games. They have a good running back. They can run the football. Another thing Harbaugh likes. So I think there's a great opportunity for him to win. And if you win in Vegas, baby, you win with the Raiders, oh man, oh man, oh man, it's big time for you. But again, it's a super tough division, not necessarily a situation you want to step into, especially if the man in Green Bay, Rodgers, jumps to Denver or Russell Wilson goes to the Broncos. You could be really having an uphill battle. I don't know. I think he's leaving. I think it's a good move to him. I think he can win a Super Bowl. I know a lot of people think he's overrated. A lot of people hate Harbaugh for his personality-wise. I think he's a very good head coach. I've stood by this. Look what he has done everywhere he goes, college, NFL. He turns programs around. He wins games. So it's a huge opportunity for the Raiders, especially if he's interested. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Should he stay? Should he go? Is this a bad thing? Is he overrated, underrated? Let me know what you guys think. Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get all these great daily update videos, sports stat fact of the day, every day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.